Okay, we are finishing up our contract document requirements. So let's look at those in detail. First, we saw them here in week 1. I'm going to just make sure that we are all looking at the same things. We are in the phase 3, which is a contract documentation requirements. And on this one, we are doing the interior finish specs for the entire space, interior finish schedule and a plan. We are doing the furniture specs for one main area, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. We are doing lighting design. I'll do details on that on a separate video. And we will do a detailed drawing of a custom piece of cabinetry, custom piece or cabinetry in your space. I will do a separate video on that one. And then that completes our specification binder, and then we will still have our website creation. So this specific video is on the contract document phase in detail. If I go back to week 17, our last week, here's your contract documentation phase. It had an outdated rubric there. I have revised that since, and the points went to 210 instead of 200. Here are some of the details that you will be using. We will do interior finish specs. That will be the 60 points, interior finish plan and schedule for 30 points. Then the furniture specs, lighting legend, and again the custom piece of furniture. All together totaling to that 210. This rubric also shows you that for the interior finish specs, we will do wall, floor, cabinetry, countertops, architectural casework, lighting, and ceiling specifications for your entire design. For the finished plan and schedule, you will include a detailed image of your floor plan with all the room numbers and interior finish codes indicated. I will show you an example of that in just a second. And then you will have the full interior finish schedule, which you have here, a template for it, already given to you. Then we have our furniture specs. For the furniture specs, we want to do a main area again, not just one room. This needs to be a significant amount of furniture selections. Ideally, it is some common areas where you have open space planning and several different furniture groupings in the same area. We want to see a significant amount of furniture selection. If you have any questions, let me know. Then we will do the lighting plan. That will be again for one main area. We want to see ambient lighting, task lighting, accent lighting. We want to see all the layers of lighting used. And then we have the detailed drawing. You will pick a piece of cabinetry, piece of custom furniture, could even be a very elaborate mantle. It has to be something that's, again, significant, that needs drawing for you to provide to your trim carpenter with dimensions so they will draw it. You will draw it, they will build it. I will have different videos on both of those. Moving right along, let's look at the template. Download this template and you can simply just fill in on the template. This is a generic title page. Make that a reflection of your concept, your client's concept, your project. And then just follow along and fill in the necessary information that applies to you. Flooring finishes. manufacturer, wood species, color, finish, thickness, width. Wood ceramic tile or porcelain tile, depending on whatever your choice is. Manufacturer, pattern, color, finish, thickness, size. What size tile are you using? What is the grout color? Carpeting. Carpeting, you're going to provide the gauge, you're going to provide the pattern repeat if applies. And then what are you using for baseboard? Wall finishes. Again, just follow along and fill in your selections. Custom cabinetry. Cabinets, vanities, countertops. Architectural elements. Moldings, fireplace, facades, inserts, door styles, acrylic wall panels, decorative walls, etc., etc. Ceiling finish. What type of a ceiling are you using? If you are doing residential, you might use some acoustical. If you have, I know there was a couple clients who played drums. You might want to consider some acoustical options. Otherwise, chipboard is probably, your drywall ceiling is probably the most common. Does that mean you have to be limited to that? Be creative, even in residential. Does not have to be just simple chipboard. And that finishes your finish specs, and you just fill in all these selections, whatever you have selected. And this is something we do for residential as well as commercial projects, so it is important for you to learn how to do this process. Then we will do the interior finish schedule and the plan. You will have your floor plan. Again, this is going to apply all the spaces. Floor plan, turn off your layers for anything else but the clean floor plan. No dimensions, no furniture, only label for each room and your room number. Each wall will have a symbol. Increase this a little bit. So notice each wall has a symbol, what goes on each wall. We have paint one, wall covering 1. Everything is listed, and I can refer back to your room finish schedule to see all that. The room finish schedule is also given to you as already a template. There is one for AutoCAD, and then there's directions how to do it for Revit. But the plan and the room finish schedule speak to each other. They go together. I can look here, the room number, room name, my flooring, base, ceiling, ceiling height, north wall, south wall, east wall, west wall, all those finishes, and I can refer back to the plan and see what goes where. So on the walls you will use your selections for that, whether it's wall covering, whether it's paint, it will need to be shown on each wall. You will show your flooring right here. So make sure you fill in every room and every wall on this one. Then we will have your furniture selections. Need to select a space that has significant amount of furniture. Do a main area. we need to see a good selection of furniture. Again, you can use this as a template or guideline on what you need to provide. We want to know the furniture specifications, what room are they for, who is providing them. It's possible there's many providers, and what are they, quantity, item, design, description of it, and then also the location here. And I can look at this and go back to your plan and find, okay, Office 107 has this furniture. And then quantity, how many of those pieces are in each room. With most of the furniture, you will have upholstery. What kind of fabrics are you selecting? Make sure they meet the requirements for the space or for the use of the space, and give us all the information. Again, this is a great template. Everything is given to you, easy enough to follow this and fill in the information that applies to you. All the fabric selections. Then show the space and feel free to crop or snip the space or the area that you show the furniture for, and then put the symbols in there for your selections. So here's your item A1, item A2, and show them in your floor plan. That will then complete your contract documentation phase for the finishes, interior finish specs, and the finish schedule and plan. Let me know if you have any questions on it. When you submit this, it can be in this format, in this PDF format that you have just filled in on the template. That is perfectly fine. Just needs to reflect your project and your concept.